This is Inside the 18, brought to you by Northside Automotive. On this edition of Inside the 18, there was a lot of soccer played at the Dick DeLes Soccer Stadium this Labor Day weekend, and we'll catch you up on all the scores and highlights. I'm Adam Zundel, and welcome to Inside the 18. Like we said, it was a big weekend for both the men's and women's programs. First up, scores and highlights from Friday, where both teams had some of their biggest crowds ever. The doubleheader started with the men taking on national power St. John's in the season opener. The Mountaineers were the better team in the first half and proved it when Merriam finished a great build-up with a header from 6 yards out to make it 1-0. In the second half, St. John's was pressing for the equalizer when sophomore keeper Brent Arnold made the save of the day, stopping a point-blank header. St. John's put the rebound in the net, but the play was called offside to negate the goal. West Virginia held to the final whistle and notched their first win over the Red Storm in 10 years. In the second game of the Friday doubleheader, the WVU women took on Duke. The Mountaineers dominated in every statistical category and had numerous chances to score, but the Blue Devils prevailed 2-0. This was the first loss ever to Duke. Sunday, the women were back on the Dick DeLes pitch, taking on another team from North Carolina, the Elon Phoenix. This was a match the Mountaineers dominated from the start, but didn't lead until WVU scored a penalty in the 45th minute to make it 1-0. West Virginia's dominance continued in the second half and was rewarded when Kate Schwindel scored her third goal of the season from point-blank range. WVU keeper Hannah Stedman was never challenged, earning her first career shutout as WVU evened their season record at 2-2. Monday, the WVU men finished up the long Labor Day weekend with a tilt against Oakland. The visitors scored first off a free kick, but the rest of the play belonged to West Virginia. A beautiful long ball from Joey Piatek to Jad Arson got the ball rolling, and the game was tied at 1 after 25 minutes. With 5 minutes gone in the second half, the Mountaineers struck quickly with 3 goals in 4 minutes. On the second WVU goal, Piatek once again put the ball right where it needed to be, on Andy Bevan's head, to make the score 2-1. 3 minutes later was Bevan with the assist, this time to Jamie Merriam, who fought through several defenders to push the Mountaineer lead to 3-1. And just a minute later, Jad Arson scored his second goal of the match to make the final score WVU 4 and Oakland 1. The Mountaineers are now 2-0 on the season. Next week, both teams continue their respective homestands at Dick DeLes Soccer Stadium. The women host the WVU 90-minute Classic, and the men continue their non-conference schedule. First, on Thursday night, the WVU men take on Virginia Tech at 7 p.m. Then on Friday, the women start play in the WVU 90-minute Classic by going up against Hofstra at 7 p.m. On Sunday, it's another doubleheader, starting with the men as they go up against St. Francis at 3 p.m., followed by the women's game at 5. UNC Greensboro will be the opponent in that one. Remember, if you can't make it out to the game, all home games will be available to watch on WVUsports.com. That'll do it for this week. We'll see you next time on Inside the 18, presented by Northside Automotive.